Hey there! I am only 3 minutes late, but went messing with something, and now I do not have video, but we're going to keep it moving because I have to get back to work. It's lunchtime. It is Monday. Hi, Mama. Thank you for being my production assistant and putting the light up. I ordered my own light because I've been using my daughter's light, and yay! And that didn't show up yet because we live in the country. It should be here by tomorrow, and let's see what other technical difficulties I might be getting into. So, hi, my name is Julie. I'm not on camera. Maybe at some point during this stream, I will fix the setting and get the camera working, but the screen is showing, and I'm very, very glad. I am here as the social work expat. I was educated as a professional social worker and practiced social work when I was in Connecticut. Once my family and I moved to South Carolina, I stopped practicing social work. One of the reasons that I did that was because as the sole caregiver parent of twins, social work does not pay enough to keep a household running. And so I needed to find more lucrative positions. I believe wholeheartedly in the principles of social work and really feel like it made me a better person. Now I'm looking for ways that I can make more money and learn new things. I thought I was going to just do prompt engineering, but I am learning about streaming as well. My goal with streaming my process of learning how to use ChatGPT and prompt engineering is to show anybody is able to learn how to do prompt engineering, and also to show what the free software is capable of, as well as doing some searches, writing some prompts and seeing what comes up. The reason that I have this screen up right here is because I need to log into a free account, because over the weekend I went and paid for GPT Plus. Let me log into this free version. It does not have all of the prompts that we've been working on for the past 7 days, but I really want to make sure that anybody who sees this knows that they can do this with free resources as opposed to paying for anything. Let me find this password. I want to make sure I get this right, so I need to put this not talk and just type. Is that right? Okay, we're about to find out. It looks like that's right, and we are in. So during my lunch, I usually go through 3 different types of prompts. One is job related prompts, so job searching, interviewing, different types of jobs that people can get or have with the skills that they already possess and maybe learning a little bit more. Business prompts, so anyone who's interested in maybe starting their own business or just wants to know about how to start a business or grow a business, I ask a business prompt. And then I ask ChatGPT about Black women in the United States. I do that because I am a Black woman in the United States, and also because I would like to see what has been put into these uh, LLMs, or large language models, that people are getting lots of information out of. ChatGPT is, this version especially, is free, and this free version was taught or trained on a lot of information and data taken from the internet, but it's not the entire internet. And whatever goes into a model, just like a programming language, or um, us as people, whatever goes in, that's what is analyzed and comes out. So let me get started here with the question. Today's prompts are question answering prompts. And so I'm going to type and ask ChatGPT to tell us what is a question answering prompt. Here we go. Please tell me about question answering prompts for AI. And let's see what it tells us. And I am going to copy the link for this chat in a second. It's spinning. There, we have to wait for it to give a title. Copying the link. There. I'm going to put it in the chat. All right. Now that I have added the link to the chat, I'm going to pull this over and make it full screen. So what does ChatGPT have to say about this? It says, question answering prompts for AI are specific queries or instructions provided to an AI model to retrieve relevant information or generate responses in the form of answers. These prompts serve as a way to interact with AI systems and obtain information or insights on a wide range of topics. It says when using question answering prompts, you typically provide a context or background information followed by a specific question or inquiry. The AI model then processes the prompt and attempts to generate a response that answers the query based on its training and knowledge. And it's giving information here about what kinds of questions people can ask, and it has examples here. Information retrieval. And the example it has here is, what is the capital of France, or who invented the telephone? Virtual assistants. And I think I went over this day 1, day 2, day 1 and day 2, because the camera didn't work. And then the screen didn't work. Flip that. So virtual assistants like Siri or Google Assist utilize question answering prompts to provide users with helpful responses to their queries. These prompts can range from simple questions about the weather or sports to more complex inquiries about directions, restaurant recommendations, or general knowledge. It talks about customer support and the fact that a lot of companies use AI chatbots. And then natural language interfaces. It says AI models can be integrated into various apps or platforms to enable natural language interactions. Users can ask questions or provide prompts to obtain relevant information or initiate specific actions. It says this is commonly used in voice-activated devices, search engines, or smart home automation systems. So there's the explanation, and I'm going to see which one I'm going to use first. I know there's a delay, but Mama, do you have any particular category you want me to start with today? Because I know you're watching. job search, Black women, or business. And I will wait. While I wait, I'm going to try to fix the camera. Okay. Business. All right, business it is. How about I just add another video? Okay, let's see. There's the camera. And there I am. I fixed it. And we'll start with business. I'm going to move myself to the corner here. And I'm going to mirror this screen. Right hand up. Okay. We're rocking and rolling. I'm going to make this smaller because we're here for that, not for this. I can't make it smaller and I won't waste more time. All right, today's business question. Okay, I'm going to ask ChatGPT about government contracts. Sometimes on Instagram, I will get ads and also ads or recommended videos on YouTube about how people rack up in their business using government contracts. So the AI up here said to give it context and then ask the question. So let's see if I can ask the question. I am interested in learning about how businesses can contract with the government. Let's see. Are you familiar with municipal, state, and federal contracting with businesses? Okay, we're going to do several questions and see how ChatGPT answers. And I may have made this too broad, but we'll see what it does. I think it might generate something. The little stop generating came up. Error. All right. So I'm going to copy my question and put it in again. Nope, didn't have to. It says yes. And as we have seen before, ChatGPT, at least this version, likes to give answers that I find a little bit long. They're good explanations, but they're a little long. So we got the response and it says, yes, I can provide you with an overview of how businesses can contract with municipal, state, and federal government entities. Contracting with the government can be a significant opportunity for businesses to secure long-term contracts, gain stable revenue streams, and establish credibility. And it went and gave an overview of municipal contracting. Um, so that would be city or town government contracts. And it says they often require a wide range of goods and services, such as construction, maintenance, IT services, consulting, and more. And then it gives some bullet points about what to do to contract with municipalities. And it says businesses typically need to follow these steps: the research, the registration, solicitations. So it says monitor procurement portals or bid notification systems for relevant opportunities, and then submitting proposals, evaluation, and award. Those are the processes to win a city government contract. And then it goes through the same thing for state government contracting, and then the same thing for federal contracting. Because not this job that I have right now, which is remote, but the job before, my last job with the state, was a program manager for a very large grant, and we had to follow state contracting guidelines and federal contracting guidelines. So this one is very accurate and much longer. So I'm going to read the federal contracting one. Federal government contracting offers substantial opportunities, but typically involves a more complex process. This is very, very true. Here are the key steps. Obtain a DUNS number, and it says acquire a data universal numbering system, DUNS number for your business, which is a unique identifier required for federal contracting. Then it says register in SAM. Register your business in the System for Award Management, SAM, database, which is necessary to conduct business with the federal government. You also have to report in SAM as well if you win the contract. Then it says do research. So there are many, many federal agencies and programs. You would need to identify the federal agencies and programs that match your business capabilities. Then monitor the solicitations, and you can monitor the federal procurement portals like beta.sam.gov or FedBizOps for relevant solicitations. Then it talks about submitting proposals, and state and federal, actually all of them, have very specific proposal guidelines, how they want the proposals, what they want in the proposals, and all of that would be found in the solicitations. And then evaluation and award. The proposals are evaluated based on criteria specified in the solicitation, and contracts are awarded to successful bidders. This part is pretty interesting and might be useful for someone who is interested in contracting with the federal government and might be part of a particular demographic that they are targeting for additional support. It says, additionally, for federal contracts, certain socioeconomic programs exist to support small businesses, women-owned businesses, veteran-owned businesses, and more. There are programs for minority-owned businesses as well, but with the Supreme Court verdict, we might need to wait to see what comes of those set-aside programs. But it did good. ChatGPT did really well with that. I'm going to ask another question about, I think I'll do the municipal contracting because it's a little bit more low-hanging fruit. No, I'm going to ask about the set-aside programs. Thank you. Thank you. And this is question answering. So I'm going to ask it in the form of a question. Can you tell me more about federal contract set-aside programs? And then I have one other question to ask about contracts. It is about how long does someone need to be in business for these programs? But I had to write it down. So ChatGPT just gave a pretty good overview of key federal contract set-aside programs. It says, federal contract set-aside programs are initiatives designed to promote and support the participation of certain types of businesses in federal government contracting. These programs aim to provide opportunities for small businesses, socially or economically disadvantaged businesses, women-owned businesses, veteran-owned businesses, and other specific categories of enterprises. And it says, here are some key federal contract set-aside programs. Small business set-asides, and it looks like that is administered by the SBA, which is the Small Business Administration. Women-owned small business program, and it looks like it doesn't tell us what federal agency handles that, but it aims to increase the participation of women-owned small businesses in federal contracting. Service disabled veteran-owned small business program. Economically disadvantaged women-owned small business program. And then it just has here other set-aside programs. There are additional set-aside programs such as Native American-owned business set-aside program and the Ability One program, which supports employment opportunities for individuals with disabilities. This is a good start, and I'm going to say this is a good overview. Thank you. For anyone who is interested in digging deeper into some of these questions about federal set-aside programs, if there are certain states that have set-aside programs or had them as of September 2021, then ChatGPT is free and open to anyone to use as long as they sign up. And ChatGPT will give good starting point answers that you can then move over to Google or whatever search engine you like best to get up-to-date specific information. And I'm looking at the time. 2 more questions. So the next one is the job search question. Let's see. I am going to ask ChatGPT about, I forgot the duration. Let me ask this other question. How long do businesses need to be in existence to qualify for federal contracting set aside programs? Okay, then I'll go to the job search question. That's a lot of words for not answering my question. It says it varies depending on the program. Then it gave more information about the set-aside programs, but it didn't answer. It just said it varies. Now to the job search question. My question for jobs today is I would like to compare community organizers, social workers, and event planners. I don't know anything about, I don't really know anything about event planners, but I'm going to ask. Um, are you familiar with community social work or community organizer social workers? It says yes, and it's giving one of its kind of long answers, which it likes to do. Okay. So, thank you. What is the, before I ask that, let's see what it said. And let's see if that's what I learned in school. Okay. Community social workers are professionals who focus on providing direct services and support to individuals, families, and groups within a specific community or geographic area. The primary goal is to enhance the social functioning and overall quality of life for community members. Here are some key aspects of their work: assessment and intervention, resource coordination, advocacy, community development. And then it says community organizer, social worker. Community organizer social workers engage in community organizing practices to empower and mobilize communities for collective action. Their work focuses on building community capacity and facilitating social change. Here are some key aspects of their role: community engagement, coalition building, leadership development. These are both true. So I'm going to ask, what is the median salary for both types of social workers? And because I have asked ChatGPT questions for the past 7 days, I know that it usually gives a little bit of a song and dance about, I don't have up to date information. I only have up to, what does it say? September 2021, because that is when it's cut off feeding, or the model was built. So it says, as of May 2020, the median annual wage for social workers in the United States was as follows. It says all other social workers, $63,140 per year. Healthcare social workers, $57,630 per year. And then child, family, and school social workers, the median income was $49,760 per year. Um, That looks about right. It says it is worth noting that these figures are general estimates and may not specifically represent the median salaries for community social workers or community organizer social workers. Now, I'm going to ask about event planners. Let's say thank you. Are you familiar with event planners as an occupation? Event planning. Okay, let's see what it says. Yes, and it says event planning involves the organization and management of various types of events, such as conferences, trade shows, weddings, parties, corporate meetings, and other special occasions. Event planners work closely with clients to understand their needs and objectives, and then coordinate all aspects of the event to ensure its successful execution. Here are some key aspects of event planning as an occupation: event design and conceptualization, logistics coordination, budgeting and financial management, vendor and supplier management, event marketing and promotion, on-site management. And it says event planning requires strong organizational skills, attention to detail, creativity, communication skills, and the ability to work under pressure. Event planners may work independently or as part of event planning agencies. Yeah. So I'm going to ask the same question about median income. Thank you. Let's move this. Please, what is the median in... I'm going to ask it the same way I asked here. Salary. Salary for event planners. Okay, let's see what ChatGPT says. It says it depends, and it's giving like super long answer. All I want to know about is this. So as of May 2020, the median annual wage for meeting, convention, and event planners in the United States was $51,560. So in reality, that is very comparable and a little bit less than, it's very comparable to child, family, and school social workers' median income for the same period of time. I'm going to ask my final question, even though this is not a more lucrative job for someone who is a community social worker. How to ask this? What I want ChatGPT to do is compare community social work. What did it say? Aspects? Okay. Thank you. Can you give me a side by side comparison of the aspects of a community social worker position and an event planner position? Okay, and now I'm going to add something from one of our previous days. Please respond. This is not a question, but this is just a instruction about how I want ChatGPT to give me the answer. Please respond by, nope, please provide your response in a 2-column table. And then in brackets, I'm going to put column 1, community social worker, comma, and then column 2, event planner. All right, let's see what happens. Move down. Ooh, look, it's giving me a table. Okay. All right, so this one here has direct services. This one talks about focusing on organization and management. This is talking about assessment And then this one is talking about working with clients to understand their vision. That would be like an initial consultation. Then it talks about providing counseling, intervention, and support services. So it's giving a side by side comparison. They are not 100% overlapping, but I could see where someone who works in a community organizing capacity could transition to event planning um, as a job or as a side business because many of the skills are the same, even though ChatGPT is wording it differently. Um, and down here it says, it is important to note that while there are similarities and overlaps in certain aspects, community social work and event planning are distinct professions with different focuses and objectives. Community social work is centered around providing direct services, addressing social issues, and improving community well-being, while event planning is focused on organizing and managing events to create memorable experiences for clients and attendees. I disagree, but ChatGPT can say what it likes. Thank you, machine. I appreciate it. Okay. Now we are on to the Black woman in the United States question. Um, why are you assuming the gender of the chatbot? Okay, so the question that I think I have for today is to go along with my hair. This is inspired by a friend who sent me a soul to soul video last week, and I thought I might as well do the hairstyle while I still have all this hair. If you look up a tutorial about how to get your hair like this, it will not show the woman I'm about to ask about, but it will show the woman I'm going to ask about second. Um, so we'll ask it in the form of a question. Who is the lead singer for the group Soul to Soul? Just a straight up question. So Karen Wheeler. Karen Wheeler is known for her powerful and soulful vocals on many of Soul to Soul's popular songs, including the chart-topping hit Back to Life. Yes, and in that video, right, so Karen Wheeler, Soul to Soul. I want to go to images because I'm sure it's going to show the hair. We'll go to images. Here. So her hair is up, and in the Back to Life video, see, her hair was up with a little head wrap. So that's what I wanted to do. And I looked for a tutorial, couldn't find it. However, when did Janet Jackson star in Poetic Justice? Because Janet Jackson did her hair like this too. They're not always deep questions. This is not a deep question. So Janet Jackson starred in Poetic Justice in 1993. All right. So who did it first? So Janet Jackson, Poetic Justice. Look, it says hair wrap right there. Hair wrap. And I want the image. See? There it is. So, my ever so important Black women in the United States question for today is who wore it first? Well, who wore it in mainstream media first? Because head wraps have been around for a very long time. When did Soul to Soul record the music video for Back to Life? This is in the way. Okay. 1989. So Karen Wheeler wore it first. But if you want to find tutorials on how to wrap your hair on YouTube, Janet Jackson is who comes up. Thanks, ChatGPT. That was helpful. All right. And it always says you're welcome. And then it tells, like, if you have more questions, feel free to ask. And I will. So those were my 3 questions for today. I would like to thank you for coming along for the ride with me. And I appreciate you and wish you all good things. Tomorrow, we, well, tomorrow I will be working on text classification prompts. This is our last week. I will be all done with beginner ChatGPT prompts by this Friday, but this has been a great learning experience for me. Take care.